It's your girl, vkjehannum, and the V stands for Vidian. Tonight, I'm going to tell you a bedtime story. The story of the time that I got a woman pregnant, but was not the father. We are talking about fertility spells. And when I say fertility, I don't mean crops. I mean the hanky-panky, the hot beef injection, intercourse. I helped a hoe get pregnant with witchcraft. I've got this friend, we'll call her Abby. She had this man that she'd been involved with for years. And the two of them decided that they wanted to have a child. But there were complications. You see, Abby miscarried three fucking times in a row. Now, Abby is a woman with no boundaries of any kind. So I have actually watched this woman miscarry over FaceTime casually. Like, she was casual about it. Bitch has no boundaries at all. So I watched this hoe miscarry 3 fucking times. And heard about it in the type of explicit detail that only Abby would ever go into. So I start thinking to myself, I've read a lot of books about witchcraft, and I've seen a few fertility spells. Never tried one myself, caused a miscarriage once, which I haven't decided whether or not I'm proud of that or regret it. Never mind. Okay. Anyways, I'm like, all right, I've read some miscarriage spells, and I have prevented procreation once against the mother and father's will. We won't go down that story, but I'm thinking yo, I know I have some ability to magically control procreation, but I've never tried a fertility spell. I wonder if I can do one successfully. So I ask Abby, hey, do you want me to try and cast a spell on you to help you have a kid? Because according to her, none of the medical professionals she consulted could tell her what the problem was or propose any useful solutions. Witchcraft seemed to be the only answer. She said, yes, please cast a spell on me so I can get pregnant. So I go to the deities I venerate and say, hey, I'm trying to cast a spell on my friend to help her have a child. Who do I call on? Which spirits should I call forth? They told me to call on 3 spirits for this spell. One is Layla, who is considered to be the Archangel of Night. One was Lilith, who is considered to be the mother of demons, matron of prostitutes, and she is blamed by Orthodox Jews for sudden infant death syndrome. The third was Samael. Some people consider Samael to be an archangel, some view him as a devil, and he is both. So I cast the spell, calling on Lilith, Layla, and Samael. So, Abby gets pregnant. And I get nervous. Usually it doesn't take long for her to miscarry, but At about 5 months in, she's like showing. She's got that big old lump in her belly, you know? I'm sitting here like, I really hope this spell works, man. Because this is the longest she's ever gone without miscarrying. I was scared that maybe about 6 months in, she'd miscarry again. And then I would have gotten her hopes up just to lead to another miscarriage. I was nervous. I was trying to hide it. I was like biting my lip, crossing my fingers. I was like, God, I hope this really works. She gave birth to a little boy. It worked. The one and only fertility spell I have ever cast worked. Now, there were some complications with the birth. The boy came out alive and well, but he came out 1 month early. Abby was in labor for 76 hours. Apparently, the average labor for first-time mothers is 12 to 24 hours. Abby was in labor for 76, and she needed an emergency C-section. But the boy came out alive and well, and she loves him with every fiber of her being. It worked. So the spirits I called on were Lilith, Layla, and Samael. Now, my friend J.S. Garrett has also done this for a couple that was struggling to have a child. He called on Ishtar. Ishtar. Additionally, there's a spell in this book called Rites of the 13 Tongues by Somnus Dreadwood. It calls on a spirit named Eldrayoth. The spell can either cause miscarriages or successful pregnancies, depending on your intent. I have not tried that spell, but I have worked with Eldrayoth, and anytime I've sent Eldrayoth to somebody, they've always reported prompt, life-changing results. So I'm pretty confident that that spell would work. But anyways, that's all for now. If you're struggling to get pregnant, it can be done through sorcery. I've done it. Other people have done it. It can be done. Try if you're struggling. But also, you might be in labor for like a long time, like 3 days. That must have sucked. Like, that really must have sucked. Fuck it. It's her fault. I blame her. I blame her for her suffering, which I caused directly.